What's going on, everybody? Went out to Angel Peak this weekend, took some pretty cool photos, but getting home, looking at the raw files, I can see we have a little bit of a problem. So you can see this dust spot here. Let's hop over to another raw image, and there's another one. And little quick tip, if you come over here to your magic eraser, click on visualize spots, use this slider, you can find all those little nasty boogers. So that tells me it's time to clean my sensor, because tomorrow we're going out to look for some birds. Hopefully the bald eagle will be there. Gonna get some cool pictures one way or the other, but first it's time to take care of business. Morning. It's about 17 degrees out, just before sunrise. We're heading out to look for some birds. I sure hope we see that bald eagle, but we're gonna get some cool pictures one way or the other. So I'm out this morning with a Canon R8, the 100, the 400 millimeter. So shooting at f8. Got my shutter at 1/1250, and I'll adjust that depending on action. Just keeping my ISO as low as possible. And we're gonna head up to where I see the bald eagle, see if we can't sneak out a bird. Well, I'm seeing lots of little birds, cardinals, finches, northern flickers. Problem is with this 100 to 400, it's not quite enough reach for these little guys. It is if you get close, or if you get a really good composition, you can get some cool pictures. So I've been trying to get that 200 to 800. It'd be perfect. Had it on back order for a long time. Canon could never update me on what was going on, so kind of put that thought aside for now. But I still love this. While I'm heading out, and still get some good images. Hopefully see some bigger birds like the blue heron or the bald eagle, some ducks, but it is what it is. Maybe next year I'll have that 200 to 800. Still, I want to show you guys what you can get with this combo, see what I can get as well. So something else I like to do when I'm out like this, different leaves, berries and things catch your eye, always stop and take a picture. Especially with this 100 to 400, you can get some really good separation, and you can just snipe some things from out in the bushes. And I get some of my favorite photos this way, some of my favorite artistic photos. Check out this leaf here. Well, no bald eagle. There's lots of little birds around here in this abandoned campground though, and see what I can get. Problem is they like to stay way up in the trees, and bird pictures, well, they're really best if you can get at eye level. Otherwise you're always looking at the belly. Let's take a little poke around, see what we can do. Not much going on here. Ended up meeting a nice guy, Dave from New York. Had a little chat. Still haven't seen any bald eagles. I think I got a little distracted talking, but always good for meeting a new person. I'm gonna finish my coffee here, head back. Maybe we'll see something on the way. I just saw a whole bunch of turkeys. That was different. Never seen them out here on the trail before. Pretty cool. Well, no bald eagle. We shot a few birds though. Let's take this card home, pop it in Lightroom, and see what we got. We are back in studio. We never saw our bald eagle, but I got a handful of images here that I'd like to share with you guys. We'll share the raw files and then the edits, just so you can kind of see what kind of crop you can get and what to expect from this type of setup. The R8 with the 100, the 400. Gonna save the best image for last because it needed a heavy crop to try and save the photograph of the song sparrow. And I did a little test between Lightroom denoise and Topaz Labs. I'm an affiliate with Topaz Labs. Basically, I reached out to them and I said, we're a budget photography channel, and I'd like to know if your software could help me and my subscribers kind of close the difference between a non-L lens and a serious photography lens. Just to, I know it's not going to make them equal, but help us get a little bit better photographs as budget photographers. So we'll take a look at that breakdown as well. Let's hop right here into it. We have this little cardinal here, so from about, I'd say it's 10 to 15 yards away, you can see with this setup how small he is in the frame. And if we move on to my edit, this is with a crop in, some simple adjustments, and the Lightroom denoise, which did pretty well. It's not my favorite photograph. Really, it's too busy, but I wanted to share it with you guys just so you can see kind of the detail you could get and expect from about 15 yards with this lens in good lighting. Then we have some of my pseudo macro shots. This is the edit, and this is before. I just really like this kind of photography. I can keep that lens on the camera, use the same settings I use for my wildlife, and just snipe out some things that catch my eye from out in the bushes and such. I just like the texture contrast between the leaves and the smooth bokeh in the background, and the lighting. You get that nice dark creamy background with some pop in your subject matter. And these kind of photos, I just like looking at them. They bring me a peace of mind. Not sure why, I just find them kind of serene and enjoy them. Here is another. This is the before. This is the edit. Once more, I had to run the Lightroom denoise on this, and just a really nice contrasty photograph. Went with a little softer edit on this one. I didn't have to run the denoise. This is the before. This is the edit, and that is at ISO 1600. This one, I wasn't sure if I was going to include it or not. This is the raw file. This is 12,800 ISO. I had to run a denoise on it, and I kind of personally like it. I don't know that I'd really share it. Just kind of a nice pop in colors there. And then moving on to some more birds. I can't believe we saw this whole group of turkeys right there on the walking trail, right next to the river. Must have been about a dozen of them all in all. This is before. And this is the edit with a denoise, some nice lighting. I like the way all the birds are kind of looking different directions. I like the composition. This again is ISO 12,800. Another of my pseudo micro. This was ISO 3200, so I didn't have to run the denoise. Here's the before. Here's the after. Just went with kind of a nice soft edit, brightened it up a little bit, took the texture down. And then we have a couple northern flickers. These are straight out of camera, no edit. Wanted to show you what you can get there. The only thing I did is a crop in, and that's a pretty hard crop, probably almost 2 times. And you can see you still got a lot of detail in the bird. I was probably about 15 yards away with these northern flicker. Here's another one. And you can see I didn't have to crop in quite as much with this one. Got a little closer. There's just some really nice detail in these birds. Not the best photographs, but still I like just kind of looking at them, zooming in, seeing the detail. And this brings us to my favorite photo. This little song sparrow, but I had to do a pretty heavy crop. This is the raw file. And this is cropped in with the Lightroom denoise. You can see we got a real creamy bokeh in the background. With this lens, we got pretty good detail with the crop in and the denoise. But we did lose a little bit on this bird, I feel like. It's real soft here around the eye. So I wanted to compare that with what Topaz Labs could do. And here is the Topaz Labs. Zoomed out, you don't really see a lot of difference, but if we come in here and look in, we have a lot more detail in the fine feathers. So if we go back, this is the Lightroom, and this is the Topaz, and I see a lot more detail there. And then just for the fun of it, I did the Topaz 2x upscale. And to me, I don't think I'd print this really large because you can kind of see, to me, it looks a little over sharpened, a little fake. So I don't know if I really got much out of the 2x upscaling. In my opinion, a lot of people like that. But there we go. All right, there's my handful of images. I'll roll them through here with some music. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Anything to help this channel get some more views. And thank you guys. We have surpassed 1,000 subscribers. So that was just a goal of mine. And I'm really happy that you guys were there to help bring me along. Thanks for watching. Until next time.